Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Through the Glass Table. I'm Everett.
And I'm Izzy.
And today we'll be reviewing one of the most anticipated Marvel movies since forever or whatever, Logan.
We have finally made it to the last of Hugh Jackman's portrayal of Wolverine, James Howlett, Woofy, the Big Canadian, the X-Man, Sabretooth Bitch, in 20th Century Fox's latest installment with this X-Men franchise of Logan. The film tackles the disheveled, geriatric Wolverine in the year 2029, alone and struggling to move from a glorified past in a future where mutants are all but extinct. Logan meets the mysterious Lauda in America, and with the help of the always crippled Xavier, together they must get her safely to North Dakota and into Canada.
So Ismail, what did you think of Logan?
Man, well, I saw it, saw it Thursday night. I loved it.
This is like everything I wanted in a comic book movie for the past couple of years, because everything seems to be just running the same, even within the X-Men universe. And this was something that was totally committed to itself.
It's refreshing to see a loose or an even angry Wolverine now. Like, it was just, I'm so used to seeing him kind of like tamed and just not let loose, and I didn't enjoy it anymore. But this one was just, you know, it is rated R, so it is rated R, so they had a lot more leeway to do a lot of the stuff that they couldn't do before. Credit
to the screenwriters, but also credit to Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman, that they were able to retain who those characters are, who we remember them to be, and then also do it differently.
There's this underlying feeling of hate between the two characters, but it's overshadowed by the fact that they still love each other. But they never say it, which I thought was a great thing. It's like they never explicitly say "I love you." It's in the actions that they are doing around them or in them, like how Wolverine takes care of him after so long. Let's talk about Lauda.
Yeah, she, you know, when I saw her in the trailer, I thought, okay, well, she's just sort of gonna be a prop. And she actually turned out to be one of the most charismatic, silent little girls that I've seen in a while. She's a really good actress.
I thought it was a nice little move to make her kind of mute, or I guess, you know, pretending to be mute in some sense, and just how she rips everyone a new one. It's just like everyone's trying to think that this girl is not powerful, and then she's just turning it, flipping it upside down. It was kind of a nice little alternative to the girl that talks too much in fucking Deadpool.
What did you think of? I think his name is James Holbrook. He plays Donald Pierce.
Ugh.
You didn't like him? I liked him. I thought he did a great job of being sort of like not a comedy relief, but he was sort of like a third party, where he's only doing his job, and he's not really like a villain. And I don't know, there's something about him I like.
Villain.
This is a very story-driven movie, which I think might turn off some people, because I remember in the theater, a lot of the people that were sitting next to me were kind of like they seemed disappointed. I
think it followed a great kind of hero redemption kind of thing. Like, it's because they set very well in the opening scene, you know, where he's fighting those three guys, kind of that he's lost his way, right? He's lost his way. He's given up in some sense. So the story is about how he changes his view of not only his own past, but how he's going to treat the future. Lauda comes in and kind of derails his whole life, and it gives him a purpose to kind of take her somewhere. And it's story driven. It's packed with emotion, which is new for an X-Men film. I feel like I felt no emotion in Apocalypse. I felt no emotion. Well, Days of Future Past I did feel emotion, but like Apocalypse was just bland.
What I thought was brilliant was everything is preloaded into us, because we've seen these movies. We know their history. We don't even have to know like what Charles did to the school that they keep, you know, bringing up. We just know that
something happened. Yeah,
something happened. But you realize these are people who we've seen too, even if they're not in the movie, you know, like Jean and Storm and all these people. So it's just like all this preloaded information. They were able to form it in a package where you feel stuff immediately. So the one thing that I just couldn't understand is, so they set up the movie where the mutant gene is just fizzled out. Never once did Charles or Magneto in their you know, they're always preaching that the next step of human evolution is mutants. They never once thought that maybe it was just a fluke. So I thought that was so ironic, and that it lends to the themes in the movie, which is what do you do when the dream is over? Like,
when you have no purpose anymore.
Yeah, you spent your whole life doing this, whether it's Charles, I don't know, I don't know if Magneto's alive in this world, but whatever he's doing, like you guys are just dying out because of something that you can't control, and I think that was brilliant. But then, what was his name?
Dr. Rice?
Yeah, Dr. Rice says, oh, aha, it was actually me who killed all the mutants because I poisoned your food supply. He implies that he distributed
kind of like a polio vaccine.
Yeah.
Almost.
And that he used food supply and water supply. And I just thought, well, why?
I understand what you're trying to say. You don't really need to say that because you have already set up something that's kind of logical.
Yeah.
And to throw like stupid Uncle Larry's idea into it just kind of makes it all like mumble jumble.
Yeah.
Another thing that I didn't, like, or after we had talked about, I kind of realized was kind of dumb was the introduction of a character that didn't really need to be there. Like I felt like he only dragged the movie down more because it was more like, damn, we're back in a superhero movie now.
I told you this was something straight out of X-Men Wolverine, the origins, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Even if you edited him out of the movie, it would still make sense.
Yeah.
There was no reason for him to be there, and I guess I don't know.
James Mangold. He directed the Wolverine, right? The one placed in Japan, which I fucking hated. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did. I just couldn't believe this was the same guy.
Yeah, it was a great decision to make this a standalone film. Like, don't really care, just a great story, and look what we got. So Wolverine, X-Men Origins, all the ones that are suck in some way, seem to always try to tie themselves to the main storyline of the whole X-Men group.
This movie is the beginning of a new era of comic book movies because, like, I cannot watch another Marvel movie that plays it safe. I can't do it anymore, and I'm not gonna give it a pass. And I also can't watch any of those DC movies because they suck. So you got to give us more now. It just keeps going up, and now the more in this case is people. I think people want something to take home with them.
If you actually look at the industry, who's buying comic books is not kids and teenagers.
35-year-old men.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's a larger market. Yes, there are kids that are reading comic books, but a big majority are people who grew up with them or want to see them changed and who want to go see them in the movies, and they're adults. Yep. So treat the movie as an adult film. What is your rating for Logan?
I would love to give Logan a 5 out of 5, but there are some things wrong. But all in all, it's an excellent film. I would say 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
It's just like I left that movie concerned about these people that are not real, and I haven't done that for a comic book movie in a long time. Like even within the X-Men universe.
I have to agree with you, but I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 just because, like you said, there are some things that are wrong, but it doesn't take away from the fact that how impactful this film was for me. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us again for this episode of Through the Glass Table. Do you have anything else to say?
No. Subscribe.
Subscribe. See ya.